I want to go to Maryland State Delegate Nick Allen joining me now for more on this. Nick, I know it's a busy time, so thanks for coming on. Can you tell me more about these rescue efforts? What's the latest?
Thank you, Diane. Thanks for having me on. Honestly, I don't have a whole lot of new info about the rescue efforts. I know it's been ongoing. I know the mayor of Baltimore, the governor, the Baltimore County executive, and the Anne Arundel County executive have all been on the scene since early in the morning. And they're keeping their finger on the pulse of everything. A lot of people don't realize the Key Bridge kind of sits at a nexus of Baltimore, like I said, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Anne Arundel County. So jurisdictionally, there's a lot going on, and I'm sure there's a lot of coordination going on between all the parties there.
The images we're looking at, aerial images right now, it's incredible. Can you talk about the conditions these rescue teams are facing? I know this happened in the middle of the night, so darkness had to be a big obstacle. But now that the sun is up, what are they dealing with? How cold is that water?
I mean, the water's pretty cold this time of year still. It's, we're still, coming out of winter into spring, and that's, that's a pretty massive bridge. This isn't just a little bridge over a highway. Like I think some of the correspondents said, the Key Bridge is an important thoroughfare. It's a main thoroughfare through the city and through the county. I know for my constituents on the east side, it's a main commuter route for a lot of people. My wife was on the bridge just a few hours before the collapse, so it's very commonly traveled. It's used by commuters and by over the road shipping alike, and the ripple effects of this are going to be felt for months, if not years.
And in terms of the ship itself, what do we know about the ship and who was steering it, and just generally how this happened?
I honestly don't know much more other than what you guys have discussed already. I'm sure there will be a thorough investigation because again, this is a main shipping hub for the entire East Coast. It's one of the busiest, one of the fastest growing ports on the entire East Coast, and the Port of Baltimore being out of commission for any amount of time is a pretty catastrophic thing for everybody, but especially for the state and for this region economically moving forward.
And what can you tell us about the work that the bridge was undergoing? We're told that it was under construction, that there were workers on the bridge at the time.
I'm not entirely sure what construction they were doing at the time. I know there's constant improvements going on. I know fairly recently there were improvements to the toll plaza. So I don't know exactly the specifics about what construction was going on the bridge at the time. But it's one of those things that, the bridge has to always be open. That whatever construction's happening has to happen at night, and it has to happen when there's not heavy traffic, because the bridge is very heavily traveled.
And when you say that, I know 1:30 in the morning is not a huge time for traffic, which is why we often do construction work on bridges at that time. But what level of traffic is normally on that bridge around that time, given what you're saying, how vital it is and how big of a bridge it is?
Well, I think the traffic on the bridge, again, other than the occasional commuter or someone working night shift, there's always container traffic. There's always over the road traffic. The bridge is really the main way that larger containers and hazmats can get from the north side to the south side of the city, or vice versa, without going through the tunnels, which a lot of times they can't do. So containers leaving the port or going to the port, or leaving Trade Point Atlantic, and the Amazon hub right there, they're out an option right now. They have to go either around the entire city or find another way, because that bridge is pretty much the main way that they get to where they need to be going.
Nick, how worried are you right now for the immediate victims of this collision and collapse, and also the larger impact here?
Absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, the victims, are absolutely in all of our thoughts and prayers. I can only imagine the horror of being in the middle of that. Also, the first responders and everybody on the scene. This is not an easy rescue effort, like you said. This is, it's dangerous. There's steel in the water. There's a lot going on there. So, to the first responders and to the victims, absolutely, our hearts are going out to them. And like I said, in a larger sense, the bridge is an important commuter thoroughfare. for 3 counties in the entire region. And again, for the shipping and all the economic impact of this, right now the port of Baltimore is essentially barricaded from anyone coming in or out, and that's huge. We're going to be feeling the ripple effects of this for years.
All right, Maryland State Delegate Nick Allen. Nick, we appreciate your time today. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Diane.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.